Hey, what's up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome to a new episode of The Road to Glory here on FIFA 18 Ultimate Team. Now, it's been a few days, or at least a couple of days since the last episode, and a whole bunch of stuff has gone on. We've been getting like daily SBCs, actually twice a day. I didn't realise this until a couple of days into Team of the Year, that we actually got 2 every day of this Totti nominee SBC. It lasts for like 12 hours and then you literally get another one and so forth. So I missed out 1 or 2 of them, I think, but now I think we're kind of like all up to date, and I'm trying to get them every 12 hours because, to be honest, they're typically stuff that you can throw into a challenge that like is bronze or silver, and then get like at least a 7.5k pack or something. And sometimes the packs have been all right, sometimes they haven't been so great. You know, this one right here, to be fair, it wasn't the best pack. I don't think it cost me a whole lot to do. I mean, it didn't cost me anything. Had the stuff in my club, of course. So you may be looking into the top left and seeing my coin balance really, really high. I sold Messi. I sort of toyed with the idea in the last episode, and considering he went up like over 20k from what I paid for him, I was like, you know what, during the day that he was in packs as a Team of the Year, I decided to just offload him and sell him, because I probably lost a few coins there, but I would expected to have lost a whole lot more, so I decided to take the coins and run at that point in time. And then, well, I had another idea for what I wanted to do with the squad. I honestly sit on FUTWIZ all the time just looking at in-game stats of like icons and things that I want to like bring into the squad. So I'm going to be bringing my first icon into the Road to Glory today, and I'm actually really excited to give him a test out. And I bet you probably can't guess who it is. And you'll find out further on into today's episode. So, right now what you're seeing was Tuesday's squad building challenges. So, of course, we got marquee matchups and another Team of the Year nominee SBC. All in told, like, I had to actually buy quite a bit for this week's marquee matchups. And what I mean by that is, like, typically I had to buy the main requirements, like the first requirement on each SBC, like 2 Man United players, 2 blah, 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 blah. I had to buy those. And I thought my club was a bit more stacked than that. So I had all the filler stuff, but I didn't have the main requirement stuff, which obviously then cost me a little bit of coinage. So I don't think it was necessarily worth it if you have to go out and buy stuff like that this week. I don't think this week's marquee matchups is of amazing value unless you already have the stuff in your club and you want to obviously chance it for Team of the Year players as they're in packs. And that's obviously what I want to do, right? Whilst Totti is here, I do want to get the chance to open some half-decent packs because I can't just load this account full of FIFA points and stuff. As fun as that is on my other account, you can't do that over here. It's a Road to Glory, grassroots. We're not spending any money, but there is a chance to get some good packs through SBCs. So we don't get boards on our first like main Totti pack. We actually get a Marty, who's like a 70. I think he's like is he 75 rated? Is that one of the terrible packs? I mean, he was a duplicate anyway, but he's not very high rated at all. So I'm hoping for better in this one. We do get boards over here this time. The nice flares pop round. Boards drop down. We get Spanish centre mid from Arsenal. So we know it's going to be an 83 rated. It's going to be Santi Cazorla. And I also missed the boat. Talking of 83s, I missed the boat on getting the profit for those. I think I even talked about it in the last episode that I was going to go ahead and get some 83s, and then the night I was about to buy them, EA released some Team of the Week packs, so that kind of did me over a little bit. But we get an inform in our final pack right now, so I guess that has brought the overall like value of this doing the marquee matchups and stuff kind of like brings value, breaks even at least, so probably profited somewhat considering we got an 84 in there as well, and some other players to add to the club. So right now I've got a spare inform in the club. I don't know whether to just discard him or sell him, or I could put him into one of these tradable Team of the Week SBCs. You know, we've got Suarez, we've got Heung-min Son, there's Callum Wilson, Timo Werner. There's some pretty decent players in the Team of the Week. And actually with the latest Team of the Year nominee SBC, I got another inform. So I'm pretty sure right now I've kind of got like 2 informs that I could stick into one of those SBCs. But will it cost me like another 20k or so to complete it by getting enough high rated players to complete the SBC? Who knows? But we can now move on to the icon situation. This is who I'm going for. I don't know if you find that weird or not, because, like, it's Van Basten. How often do you ever see him being used? But I want someone with a huge amount of composure and stuff next to Martial up front. And then I'd been looking at him, he was like 540,000 coins for a while. I randomly went to go and check him on the market, and he was 30k cheaper than that at 510. So I thought on Wednesday evening, I would buy myself a Marco Van Basten. This is the baby version, but it's also like the quick version compared to the other one that's out right now. Because I wanted to buy him, and then when I'm looking on FUTWIZ to see like which players have got really good dribbling and passing, because I want someone for Cam, Mahrez second in form is always up there in terms of statage. So those two players were coming into the squad. I also wanted to bring in Kante and Vidal back in instead of Tolisso, because that squad would work if you replace Tolisso with Vidal, and then of course Bakayoko with Kante, because I've been really enjoying Kante on my main account lately. But maybe we'll do that later. Like, I could buy Vidal right now because his price will obviously be down. But with Kante being in Team of the Year, sometimes when he's not in packs like the regular version, he skyrockets. So I've got to try and get him at the right time. I really want to try and get him near 100,000 coins. And right now he's almost like 20k above that. So I'll try and work it out over the weekend and stuff. Basically, it's going to cost me nearly 200,000 coins to get those two extra players into the club. But I think they would probably be better than Tolisso and Bakayoko. I mean, Bakayoko's still a really solid option. I think what we definitely need to do is bring in Vidal, because this guy's got him, you know, and he's also got Messi and Ronaldo up front. Really like meta defense and midfield, and then that crazy attack with the two highest rated goal players on the game. It wasn't going to go well, was it? You know, I go 1-0 down after 4 minutes. It wasn't one of those two that scored. It was actually Vidal that scored himself. And then I do get an equaliser here with Van Basten. Obviously, this is the second round. You would have seen that I quickly went 2-0 up in the first one. And the guy decided that he was just out of here straight away. Messi then takes the ball down, and a couple of touches there remind me why I got Messi and why I really enjoyed him. But I've got to say, for a lot of the game, I was pocketing him quite easily, which is why I actually got rid of him in the end, just because I wasn't quite getting as much enjoyment out of him after using him for 10 or so games, getting past that like honeymoon period as what I had been at the start. So that's why we offloaded, and the fact that his price had gone up a little bit. And I was so worried that we're going to come out the other side of Team of the Year and like he's going to just plummet to like 600 or something. And I'll end up losing loads of coins again, like what I've done on Pogba. But it doesn't necessarily matter too much with Pogba, because he's been in the club for so long that he's like paying for himself. He's honestly such a great player. I think he'll probably stay in the club for a very, very long time. So yeah, it doesn't matter that we've lost like nearly 200,000 coins on him. It does, but it doesn't at the same time, because I'd have had to wait so much longer to buy him if I wanted him to actually drop in price by that much. So I get knocked out in this one. I lose 4-3 to that Ronaldo squad. And I think Ronaldo was the difference, actually. I wish we could afford him, but I think he's probably out of our price range by about 300,000 coins. So it's something we can work towards as he hopefully comes down in price as well. Maybe we'll get Ronaldo on the road to glory at some point in time. But we go 2-0 up quite nicely and easily in this game. And then Mahrez gets a goal for us here to put us 3-0 up on our... this is like our... I guess this is our third attempt at the Daily Knockout this week, because in the last episode I actually got knocked out, and then we got knocked out in the second round since the requirements have changed and you can use whatever team you like, and now, well, we're through here in this game, through the first round, moving on in to this to play against this guy who's just got a standard basic Premier League team. I didn't really see it as an issue or get fazed by it whatsoever, but this guy was the biggest pace abuser I've ever seen. Now, I can't really say that because I literally put a squad builder out yesterday which was about pace abuse and stuff, but you don't necessarily often come up against it. You know, people that literally run in straight lines and stuff, but this was someone that was doing it, and to be fair to him, was defending really well against me. It took until the 90th minute in stoppage time for my super sub Lozano to actually manage to get me an equaliser. Now, base this off the fact that I had 0 shots in the first half, and by the end of 90 minutes, I'd had like 19 shots. So that second half, I just took over, camped on the edge of his box, tried to get goals, and he somehow managed to block them every single time until right at the end. So we go into extra time, and then it took me 2 minutes to score. It's just what this game is from time to time. So we're 2-1 up at this point. I then make it 3-1 with Van Basten, and that eases things, you know. That lets off a bit of steam, and super composed Van Basten with his weak foot in front of goal. I think right now this is exactly what I want, you know, like a hold-up target man striker. This version's got a fair amount of pace. I think he's got a hunter on him as well, so he should have like better pace in game. And just someone that I know has got crazy shooting and dribbling stats off the bat. Someone that I can trust to be on the ball. I know he's not got 4-star skills, and I reckon that you guys probably would have imagined that I would have brought in either Crespo or Kluivert, because they are two people that I have bigged up quite a lot in the past. But I went over and took a look at the FUTWIZ reviews of the icons that I've used, and for some reason Van Basten just keeps calling me. So he was the one that I decided to go for today. How long it will last, I don't know. I think I got quite a good deal on him, so I reckon I'd be able to sell him for probably break-even point. Hopefully, we'd need to sell him for like 540 to break even. I think maybe even make a tiny bit of profit. But he does stuff like that. Like that's an outstanding header. Like it just loops over the goalkeeper, goes in off the bar, super accurate. Like couldn't get more accurate, being basically just coming straight off underneath the crossbar. It's a lovely, lovely goal, and I hope that we can have a bit of success with him, because he's a totally different player than Martial, and I think that kind of works having two different kinds of strikers, because if you just have pace and stuff, then you know, well, I guess it probably does work on FIFA, but if you just have pace, you're more predictable. If I've got a target man who's super composed, super silky on the ball, amazing volleys, amazing shots, I can do all sorts of different types of things, and then have Martial just bursting off of him. And then of course Mahrez at cam, stats wise, like I think in the Premier League for 100,000 coins he's kind of similar to Messi. I know the stats aren't exactly comparable, because Messi is actually a lot better, but I think Mahrez is a great alternative for the, you know, like 500,000 or 600,000 coins less, and it's allowed us to spend some coins on something else to improve the strike force. So right now I still think maybe our most overpowered squad that we've used was the one where we had Bale, but I think if I can get in Kante, if I can get in Vidal into this squad, this would be, in my opinion, the best squad that we've had so far. And then I go into the final and I get drawn up against this. Lovely. 10 out of 11 players. All of the outfield players have a stat card on them. He's got like 5 or 6 prime icons in the squad, and I go 1-0 down after 6 minutes. So that's great. Just what you wanted. Like, I'm going to the FUTWIZ office this weekend. The first time we're having a bit of a Team of the Year pack party opening and pack opening and stuff. So I was really excited to go there. Hopefully qualified for the weekend league, in case everyone else that's going was planning on playing some, and it will allow me to actually get some games under my belt, maybe a few more than I would normally do, to that I normally just get to 5 wins, and that's where I draw the line. But it could have been a chance for me to maybe get a little bit further into the weekend league, and I'm up against this guy. It's just annoying, because I'm getting back into the game every time he scores, so it's a close one. And I've got to say, he wasn't the best player. He really wasn't the best player at this game. I think I outdone him. But stat-carded players, you know, that's a fantastic free kick from Rui Costa. I was too busy trying to mark the men in case he played it short, because I know that they could have just banged it in the back of the net, that I didn't even jump my wall, and I think that was probably the reason that one went into the back of the net. But it didn't take me long, again, to respond, to get back into this game. Van Basten scoring again. Like, another great run, another easy weak foot finish. I can rely on that, because that's 4-star, of course, and we do get another goal past Peter Schmeichel. And then in the 90th minute, he plays it down the wing to Gabriel Jesus, who whips a speculative effort into the box, and Alan Shearer nods it home from the penalty spot, running off with his one arm in the air, which is just so typical. So I lose the game in the 90th minute in the final, after, to be honest, outplaying this guy completely, not taking my chances, and well, he had stat card players, so what can you do? I think that was generally one of the reasons why I lost. The caliber of his players having loads of prime icons, and the fact that he had stat cards on them and stuff just about gave him the edge. But yeah, GG, I guess. I lose 4-3 in the final in the 90th minute, and I've got to say that one took a little bit of time to get over. I was a bit salty after that one, so it's unfortunate. Unfortunately, we won't be in the weekend league this weekend. I've tried my best, and this is our latest squad. Like I said, it would be amazing if I could try and bring in Kante, try and bring in Vidal into the team, because they would really complete it for me. Like this right now is looking like a tidy squad. If you guys have enjoyed the episode today, do me a favour, hit that thumbs up button, and of course don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Have a good one, guys, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.